Hello, hi guys. So in this video, we'll install the CM server. Okay. So in the previous video, we configured the required prerequisites for the SCCM server. So now we are good to install the CM server software. So let's go to the CM server. So now you can click this install button. Click this one. Click yes. So you can close the backend window. Then click next. So we are installing the primary site only. So select the first option and then click next. So for this lab purpose, we are going with the evaluation editions. So select the first option and then click next. Accept the license and next. So now we can use the previously downloaded files. Okay. So I said to download the required prerequisites, right, from the splash window. So we need to open those files. So provide the path. So we already in the downloaded folders, we have the prechecks. So click next. Okay. So click next here. So by default, it will select the English language only. So if you need any other language, you can select those language. So click next. So here the site code. So for our lab purpose, I'm providing site code as lab only. And then site name as lab primary site. And the folder should be in D drive only. So we need to install this on the D drive. So click next. So click the second option here. Install the primary site as the standalone site. Click next. Yes. So here we need to provide the SQL server. So SQL SRV. So it will check the SQL instance and the database. Okay. So our SCM database will be CM underscore lab. Okay. It will create database with this name. Okay. Click next. See, it is it already checked the SQL server and selected the SQL instance location. So fine. Click next. So SMS provider, we are installing that on the CM server only. Click next. Select the second option. So currently we are not going with the HTTPS communications. So we can configure it later while we have the PKI certificates. Okay. So as of now, click the second option and then click next. So we need to install the management point and the distribution point as well. So make it as it is. Click next. And next again, click next. So you can skip this option. So it is optional, but it is recommended. Okay. So click next. So now you can check the options we have selected and then click next. So here it is checking the prerequisites again. So if you missed anything, it will show here and then we can configure those prerequisites. So first it is showing a warning. So we're not using any 2012 servers. So we can ignore, and we're not using the network access account as well. You can ignore. The SQL security mode, we already configured with the Windows authentication only, so we can ignore. And for the SQL Server memory usage, okay, so it is saying SQL Server is configured for unlimited memory usage. So we need to change this one, okay. And then the memory allocation, uh, it's saying it needs a minimum 8 GB of RAM. So if you have more RAM in your PC, you can provide the minimum 8 GB for the SQL Server. Okay. So we didn't have that much of RAM, so we can ignore this one. But we need to configure these things. So it is saying unlimited memory. So SQL is configured for unlimited memory. Should configure the SQL Server memory to have a maximum limit. Okay. So we need to configure this one. Otherwise, we can ignore and we can begin the installation as well. So but I like to configure this one now. So go to the SQL Server and open the SQL Server Management Studio. Now connect the server and right click and then properties. So select the memory. See here it's configured with the unlimited. So you need to make it as maximum. So I'm providing it as a 2 GB. So 2 GB maximum for the SQL server. Okay. So click OK and then close. Then minimize. So now we are good to begin the installation. Okay. So if you want, you can run these checks again. So it will remove this warning. Okay. So if you want, we can run this checks again. See, that warning is resolved. Okay. So now we are good to install this CM server. So click this one, begin install. So usually if you configured everything perfectly, it will take less than 30 minutes to install the CM server. So if there any requirements is not met, so it will take around more than 1 hour or 2 hours. So we can't say the exact time. Okay. So I guess we are configured perfectly. So I believe it will install within the 30 minutes only. So let's see and please wait. So okay, fine. So it is installed successfully. So it took 35 minutes to install. Okay, fine. That's good enough. So everything is installed successfully. So no issue. So we can close this one. So you can find the SCCM console in the start menu here, Microsoft Configuration Manager, and then click this Configuration Manager console. So it is connecting to our site database. So I'll show you the site database as well in a SQL server. So once you open the management studio, so it will be there. So connect the server. So when you expand the databases, so you can find the CM underscore lab. So this is our primary site server database. So we are back in the CM server. So this is the MECM console completely. Okay. So here you can explore the software library, monitoring, administrator, community, and the assessment compliance. So in our next videos. Okay. So until then, have a great day.